Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. We're here to solve this next to nine Sudoku by Clover, who's one of my very favorite authors. It was featured in the recent Sudoku Mahabharat, and the special rule here is that the numbers, the digits that you see outside the grid are each time, for example, this 1 and 8 are the digits that surround digit 9 inside this column. Likewise, 6 and 7 are the digits that surround the 9 on this row. And we don't have the information for those, which means that the 9s that are right next to the grid and which have only one neighbor are in those columns and on these rows and columns. As you can see, 9 can't be in any of those cells and can't be in any of those cells. And for the same reason, it can't be on any of those cells because 9 on this row must have two neighbors, and likewise on all of these rows and all of these columns. And what it means is that on this row 9 is somewhere here, on this column 9 is somewhere here, so 9 has to be there. And removing all of those options, we could see right from the beginning that 9 had to be in those cells, actually. Now this 9 is surrounded by 1 and 2. This 9 is surrounded by 1 and 3. And those conditions are now satisfied. Looking at those, we can see that in this column 9 will be somewhere in here, surrounded by 3 and 4. And on this row, 9 will be somewhere here, surrounded by 4 and 5. And we will have similar logic here, with 4 and 5 interacting like this, and 3 and 4 interacting here. So if we try to put the 9 here, then we get 3 and 4 here, and we get 3 and 4 there. And 4, I said, which is impossible. We must have 3 cells here occupied by 3 and 4. So that doesn't work. And I should remember that on the interface of Sudoku Mahabharat, Control plus Z is impossible. I can't undo what I'm doing. Okay, so now 9 is in one of those two cells. So this 9 would be surrounded by 3 and 4. This 9 would be surrounded by 3 and 4. So in both cases, there is a 3 or 4 here. And this 3 or 4 must be next to a 9. It can't be here, so it would have to be there. And the second 3 or 5 is here. Okay, and there must be something similar to that. Yes, if I try to put the 9 here, then it is surrounded by 4 and 5. No, would that work? No, this 4, 5, no, this 4, 5 would have to be next to a 9, but a 9 can't be here because of that and that. 9 can't be here because of that and that. So the 9 will actually be here, surrounded by 4, 5 here and there, and here and there. Okay. And now can we have more information about that? If I put the 9 here, and this is 3 and this is 4. If I put the 9 here, sure about that. Oh, but this 9 here must be surrounded by 5 and 6, by the way, so that this is 4, this is 5, this is 4, this is 5, this is 3, and this is 4. Oh, and now 9 here wouldn't work because the neighbor would be 5 or 6 instead of 1 or 7. So the 9 is here, surrounded by 6 and 7. So that's a 6, that's a 7, and that's a 3. And here we get the 1 and the 3. And a lot has happened all of a sudden. All of those are fulfilled. That is correct. Now, where should be the next place to look? On this row, 9 will be somewhere here. In this column, 9 will be somewhere here. The interesting point is that the 9 here is surrounded by 1 and 3 or 4, but 3 and 4 are both forbidden here, so the digit here would be the 9, and 3 or 4 would be there. And an interesting point, or is it interesting? I'm not sure. Oh, note that there is a 5 in here. And 5 won't be next to the 9. So 9 must be here and 5 must be there. So that now those are 2 and 3. Those are 1 and 8. This and this are satisfied. And the last 9 on this row must be somewhere in here. Surrounded by 2 and 6. Okay, so now we see that 1 and 3 for this 9 is impossible. 1 would have to be here and 3 can't be there. So there's actually a 9 here surrounded by 2 and 6 and surrounded here by 1 and 3. This 9 here is surrounded by 1 and 4, and on the other side it's surrounded by 1 and 7, which turns this into an 8 and this into a 1. And I think that all clues now are satisfied, so that the rest should be plain classic Sudoku. So 7 goes there, that's a 2. Up there we need 7 and 6. 6 here is not there, it's not there, so 6 is here. The column needs 2, 3, and 8, so that can only be 8, that can only be 2, so that's a 3, that's a 2. Here I need 4 and 7. Here I need 1, 8, and 3. So this is 8, 3 goes there, oopsie. This is 6 or 7, that's a 1. Here I need 2, 6, and 7. There are 7s here. Those are 2 and 6. 4 is not here, so on this row 4 is there. Those are 7 and 8. This box needs a 5. Here we need 6, 7, 8. 7 can only be here. Those are 6 and 8. Here we need 3, 4, 5 because of this. That's the 5. Those are 3 and 4. The column here needs 1, 2, 8, and 6. 1, 2 here. So this is 6 or 8. 1, 8. This is 2 or 6. 5 here goes there. This one here goes there on this row. It resolves the 2 1 pair here. This is now from 2, 6, 8. 1 goes there. This block needs a 4. That's a 3. That's a 4. This column needs a 5. It's not here, so that's the 5. This is 6 or 8. There's already an 8 on this row. So this is 6, this is 8, this is 6, this is 2. That's a 2, that's a 6. Here we need a 3 and an 8. 8 here, 3 there. That is 4. Here we need 2 and 6. So 2 here, 6 there, 2 here, 6 there. This column needs 7 and 8. There's already a 7 on this row. Here we need 3 and 5, so 3 and 5 like this. This column needs 2 and 7, so 2 here, 7 there, 6, 7, 6, 8, and 8 and 4, and no fireworks on the website of Sudoku Mahabharat, but I think that this is the correct solution to this very nicely put next to Nine Sudoku by Clover. Thanks for watching this video. See you soon on SudoKanard.